It is one of the most intimidating environments in all of sport. And with a war drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 10. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. They find some open field here. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 31 yards there to first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At the 23-yard line.
Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On fourth down, the Chiefs send out Matt Araiza to punt. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
On second and 11 now. Hurts. Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 43-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So halftime, no, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this is going to be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Evades him at the 20. Dances by him. Yeah, very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it, because you're running away from people on it.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Now here's Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score.
That time a 9-play drive.
And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And an Eagles first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Dotson in motion right.
From the 27, Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make the play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy,
74 yards.
And the Chiefs use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down. Did you ever see Saul? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 17-14.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a quick throw caught by, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays harder to move it.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good. For an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Dotson, he's got it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain.
Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
He's back to throw.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's 2nd down.
A give to Barkley out of the go. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
At the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 1st and goal. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he wisely will throw that one away. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Up the middle with Barkley.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, this fan base on a losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force